Hey YouTube, today is August 7th, 2020, and it is FFF number 359. This is the final one, final FFF before launch day, and I'm looking forward to digging into it. Apparently they have something really cool for us. So if you want to be part of these live, we do these every Friday, twitch.tv/clowntown. You can come up, be a part of the live audience. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. All the links are in the description. Ring that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And with that, let's get to this last FFF before launch. All right, here we are. Friday Facts number 359, Crash Site: The Beginning from Clonan and V45, friends of the show. First topic is .18 mods will be loadable in 1.0. With 1.0 approaching, we want to ensure that the day of launch was as smoothly as possible and shows the game in the best light. Something that would really work against that would be if the update broke a bunch of mods. Yes, and disgruntled all of our most dedicated players, correct. So we're making efforts to ensure that mods work in 0.18 that will work without any update needed in 1.0. Theoretically, this isn't so difficult, as the 1.8 release structure has meant that mods have maintained compatibility with all the latest changes. And in essence, 1.0 will be just a small update of 1.8. However, it does take a bit of special handling. So the bullet points is 1.0 will allow mods marked for 1.8 to load. Number 2, the mod portal will show 1.8 mods when browsing in 1.0. Bingo. That's what I was about to ask. That's important, because if I'm a new player and I go search for mods and I only see 4 of them on launch day, I'm going, wait a second, I thought this game had a big mod community, right? But it needs to display 1.8 as well. So avoiding breaking mods also means that we need to be very careful with changing anything. Even something as simple as renaming a sprite can break dozens of mods. I think we never realized how easy it is to break mods before we started this new release structure. Big apologies and big thanks to all the modders who stuck with us through these breakages. Also, big shout out to the folks in the community who were fans of the mods. The original author of the mod had to kind of extract themselves from gaming or something else, and the community or an individual or two picked up a mod package and took it forward. Like that's also some heroes that probably need to be acknowledged, right? That happens quite a bit, right? Life gets in the way. You have a mod package that everybody loves. Life gets in the way, and then something happens. And you need to do an update, and what do? And you have someone comes right along with it, and gets us over the hump for the next version. It's really, really good. Many of the mods that my favorite mods have had that happen too. Continuing, we hope that this effort means on the day of 1.0, players new and old alike can log into the mod portal and have a large catalog of mods that they can enjoy right away. Great, and the modders can relax and enjoy the game instead of worrying about updating their work. However, we cannot say 100% that all mods will work. Possible that the features in 1.0, like the new nuke or alien decoratives, will break some mods. Yep, and we'll just have as many people on, all hands on deck for this day. Let's do it, right? Topic number 2, mining drill redesign visit. Aha, okay. In FFF 350, that would have been 9 weeks ago, okay, we presented the new electric mining drill graphics, mixed reviews, and released them in 1831 shortly after. However, we didn't realize soon enough that we had some issues. One, the most obvious, was a tile overlapping. I'll call it occlusion. Our graphics try to find a balance between overlapping the tile a lot to be aesthetically nicer, or not overlapping at all to be technically correct and readable. The beacon is where that shows up big time. Also, look, you can see a little bit of occlusion on a centrifuge. But look at the miner. It's different based on the way you turn it, I guess, right? But like at miner drill, we got bolder with the other entities and overlapped the tile a little bit more. The problem got massively strengthened by the fact that the mining drill outputs directly to a belt, so it doesn't even have the typical gap where inserters usually are. That's true. Secondary related issue would be that the entity is no longer recognizable as before. We attribute that mostly to the new height the drill has and gets a little bit overcomplicated. It's not clear what shape the entity is. Please tell me it's a better button, a bigger button. Oh, okay. Look, the profiles come down a little bit. Bigger LED. Okay, I'm listening. All right. The main reason to add the higher structure was because we wanted to create a much more complicated miner movement, both horizontally and vertically, and to fit pipe connections easily. However, the miner movement was too complicated, and so we didn't do it. And the pipe connection are kind of an edge case. That's true. Nuclear in vanilla, and one or two others in Factorio, I think I can think of. Maybe one in Bob's Angels. We could have addressed the issue by overlapping the tile above the mining drill. That would already cost the same amount of time, and we felt like we could go one step further. Okay, this is a little better, I think. I would like a bigger LED. Like, I think the LED should, of its status, should be maybe this entire front bar, like maybe on both sides. That one little dot still seems a little small. It looks a little better here, but see how it's still pretty busy? It says it was tight in time, which is why we're presenting it now. We decided to move the whole structure down. I think that's a positive thing. So the mining mechanism would move on ground-based rails. Okay, after a lot of effort put into moving things, redesigning parts of drill, and reworking pipe connections, which I still need to see, Arnesis has arrived at the new version. Okay, this is a positive step, I think. The electric mining drill is one of a few entities a player sees from the very first stages of the game. Yes, it is. I would say not stage 0, but stage 1, right? All the way to the end. Long story short, it's a really important entity, so we wanted to get it right. We were happy with the concept of the mining drill redesign for aggressive ground generation against the gentle harvesting of the original. But we trade away a few of the good parts of the old mining drill graphics, like clarity and identifiability. This revisit tries to fix that, and we believe it's now good. The new mining drill graphics have been released with the 0.1 or 18.44 today. As it could break some mods, we wanted to push new graphics as soon as possible to give the mod authors a chance to fix their mods for 1.0. Technology icons updates from Dom and V45. As many graphics has changed over the years, more and more related technology icons became outdated. It's true. We didn't have enough time to do a complete rework of the technology icons. We did with the item icons, but we could at least update the clearly outdated ones. Okay. Let's look at these. A substation, yes, that I agree needed one. Trains were probably okay. It had I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, personal battery and battery. Okay. I didn't think this one needed them. Maybe the beacon needed them, I would say. Mark II battery, a double, right? I get that. I get the little belt around there, and I like the little person icon as well. Solar panels, substations, Power One look good. I guess that's gates, right? Logistic 1, 2, and 3. Oh yeah, I like the accumulators. All 3 modules did need one. Oh, that's the 1, the 2, the 3 from the LEDs on it. Neato. Oh, belt immunity, I guess? Because he's running on a belt backwards? Okay. Assembly 1. Oh, assembly 1, 2, and 3? Oh, did we just get a teaser about what the new assembly is going to look like? We haven't seen this yet, have we? Easter egg, I think. Look at that. They went ahead and updated the technology, the assembly machines. Yeah, I think they tipped their hand. Look at there. All right, we know what the assembly is going to look like. It's going to be a little higher, right? Because look at the beacon. That now looks exactly like the beacon in game. Oh, look at that. There we go. Yeah, maybe the assembly might make it into 1.0. I don't know. Next topic, crash site, the beginning, Ernestas, and V45. Even though a simple one, Factorio does have a story. Stop right here. When we went to Las Vegas and we went to go see Mystere. My son asked me, "Hey, does Mystere, this little stage, this little acrobatic show?" He says, "Does it have a storyline?" And I said, "Yes, it does, but it doesn't matter." Factorio does have a story, but I'm here to tell you it does not matter. Kind of doesn't, because I can kind of sum up Factorio in one sentence, because I get this all the time from a new player. They say, "What's the premise of this game?" And it says, "All right, you've crash landed on an alien planet filled with antagonists called biters, and your job is to explore." Exploit the natural resources and tech up to where you can launch a rocket and go home. And as you do that, pollution hits the natural world and angers the antagonists, the biters, and they come after you, creating some tension between you and your mission. That's it. 2 sentences, right? An engineer crashes on a planet, and through building, let's see how they do on their game. I think I did pretty well. Okay. Quote, an engineer crashes on the planet and through building a complex factory becomes capable of launching rockets back into space, or builds the sickest combinator contraption instead. The story is quite well represented. Building crazy factory in the process, ending with an epic rocket launch, except the beginning is not. The player just appears in the middle of the map with nothing to show. Oh, I get it. When we were working on the crash site for the NPE, the new player experience, we created the special assembly machine. I've seen this. That's right. A lab and a power generator and chest capsules. This is in Factorio. The NPE has been removed, but Albert didn't design just those special ship chunks. The central piece of the composition was always meant to be a large spacecraft, but per usual, we didn't have time to finish it. And since it wasn't gameplay breaking, we released 17 without it. Although the NPE was removed and its custom crash site entities remained only for modding, Factorio, and custom scenario use, we would like to finish out the main crash ship. Okay. Oh, the plan has always been that if we're investing a lot of time in designing the crash site entities, then we better use them for free play as well. Yep. And that's the main game mode, Recently, Ernestus picked up Albert's 3D model and finished retexturing it, bring it to life and to the game. Oh. Okay, so it's not just a thing. Look, it looks like divots in the ground now too. That's neato. So, that means, can we clean it up and concrete over it, or is it disabled? Is it like a place now where you cannot go? Marking spawn, marking 00 forever. Because without that, true, you would just appear there, and at some point, inevitably, in your mega base, you'd build a train track right over where spawn goes. And so then you die way out here with your biters, and you appear and you get hit by a train, and then you appear again and you get hit by another train, and then you appear again and you move off the train and you try and get your 2 bodies and then get hit by a train again. That's happened. Ask me how I know. Oh, okay. Clonit has also added a short skippable, thank you, reading my mind, cutscene at the start of free play. Speedrunners, thank you. Where a crash site is revealed. The crash segments are randomly placed, and there's little a little bit of resource to be found at each of the ship's segments. Oh, okay. Okay. The 8 combined iron plates that now just appear in your inventory. Oh. Okay. All the crash site parts can be mined, but it gives no reward. Okay, it takes a long time, and the crash site cannot be rebuilt. Okay. Speedrunners have to deal with this. The crash site spawned at the start of the game, and it won't show on pre-1.0 maps. Okay. The crash site will be released in 1.0 August 14th, 2020 at 11 a.m. Prague time. Aha! Okay. Well, this was a Factorio idea pulled into Crastorio, now pulled back out into main game. Yeah. Okay. So, couple things. Speedrunners are going to have to deal with this. So here's what I'm taking from this. The crash segments are randomly placed. So there's some RNG introduced now in speedruns. A little bit of resources to be found in each of the ship segments. It's basically the 8 combined plates until now just appear in your inventory. You got to go mine those. So will it be worth it? I guess they have to. They have to do, right? Right. What if the crash site has crashed on your starting resources? It'll affect speedrunning in that if it takes, quote, a long time to mine up, how much do you mine? Where they're placed? At first, do you skip them altogether and run straight for a coal rock to get going? Also, this cutscene cannot be. We do not want cutscenes as part of a speed run if we can help it. So that skippable cutscene needs to be skippable. That's good. That's really good. The other question is it skippable? Or no. Is it randomly placed based on the map seed, the map exchange string, or with the same exchange string? If I start a new game on the map exchange string, is it new every time, or does the exchange string place them? Those are all great questions. That's what I'm interested to find out for speedrun. So, if the exchange string places them specifically, then I think we're good, because now it's just a normal part of re-rolling maps to find a good any % seed. Now it'll just be a little bit longer for a default settings, and I wonder if clicking the skip cutscene button now turns it from default to default modified, and now invalidates that speedrun, right? Because the part of what we have defined in default settings is the flip down at the top of your map generation must say default. If you change anything, it says default bracket modified. And I'm wondering, where is this skippable flag stored? If it's skippable in MapGen, then it should therefore change it to default modified. If the skippable cutscene is in your menu, the same way it's in your keybinds or your decoratives or all of that, then I think we're good. But and we can move it out of default settings. But I'm curious to see where this flag will be set. Okay. We got some questions for speedrunners. This is interesting. I would think it would be in the menu option more than anything else. If they put it in the map gen, it seems a little out of place, but that might be an issue. Anyway, good stuff, man. This is interesting. Or press spacebar to skip the outcome. That's also another possibility. Anyway. All right, let's launch our rocket. Final one before 1.0. All right. It's a neat little FFF. All right, interesting FFF with the 1.8 mods, the new graphics. Looks like the miners are going to look better. I'm still holding out for those LEDs to be a little bit bigger and more pronounced. I think that would be an overall good thing. And I think they tipped their hand on the assembly machines a little bit, because the technology icons look very different. There's actually they look, the body of them look a little squattier, but then there's some objects that are sticking out the top, and so I think that's a foreshadowing of what we can expect on the new assembly machines. And then finally, that crash site is going to present some interesting stuff for speedrunners. Not sure how the flags are going to be implemented, but it'll be interesting to see, because the speedrunners will have one more thing to deal with, and hopefully we'll be able to skip that cutscene as not a part of that, or multiplayer, or default settings, or any of the I guess you would say advanced play, because speedrunners I guess are some of the most advanced players there. Also the mega basers and multiplayer, they're in it for the long haul, and they may be done with all that stuff now. I don't need to see this, so they'll skip it. Interesting questions. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. Hit that like and that subscribe button if you like my work. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.